He's getting everybody to talk about the damn fight.
I don't know. Like, I found some I don't even want to follow. I don't want to go into it. I'm surprised.
Lamont Roach Jr. is gearing up for what is set to be the fight of his life against Tank Davis on March 1st, 2025. But it's not just the high-stakes nature of the WBA lightweight title bout that has boxing fans talking. It's the talk going around Roach's training camp that have injected a layer of intrigue and controversy. According to inside sources, none other than Floyd "Money" Mayweather has reportedly joined Roach's camp, offering his expertise and guidance as Roach prepares to face one of the most dangerous punchers in boxing today.
Like I said, at the end of it, he at 140, I'm at 140, and I have the belt, you have to come get the belt, and that's a fight that everybody's been asking for.
Mayweather's presence in Roach's camp is being painted as a direct challenge to Tank Davis, who once fought under Mayweather Promotions and shared a father-son-like bond with Floyd. The two have since had a public falling out, with Mayweather stepping away from Tank's career and leaving him to carve his path independently. Tank, however, has not taken the latest development lightly. In a recent fiery statement, Davis said, "Floyd has always wanted to see me go down. It all started with Frank Martin. He was telling Frank things to give him the upper hand, but that doesn't worry me. Nothing will stop me from putting him down." The fight has taken on an emotional edge because both Davis and Roach hail from the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. The backdrop of shared roots makes this bout more personal, with each fighter eager to prove they are the king of the region. The two grew up training in local gyms, and their mutual respect for the DMV community is evident in their decision to promote the fight at Howard University earlier this year. "This is just a token of my appreciation to them," Roach said during the event, reflecting on the support he's received from his hometown.
He's a tremendous fighter. He's a tremendous fighter. The only people he cannot beat happens to be myself, Gervonta Davis, and depression.
Roach's father, who has been instrumental in his son's boxing journey, spoke passionately about their journey. "It's a dream come true," Roach Sr. said, as he carried his son's WBA super featherweight title belt into the Burr Gymnasium. "My son is a class act. He did it the right way. He worked his butt off to get to the position he's in right now. I'm so proud of him. Words can't describe it." But while the Roach family celebrates their rise to the top, the whispers of Mayweather's involvement in Roach's camp have cast a shadow over what might have otherwise been a straightforward underdog story. Mayweather, known for his strategic mind and defensive brilliance, could be the X factor that tips the scales in Roach's favor. Yet, his participation has also reignited questions about his fractured relationship with Davis and his motivations for supporting Tank's opponent.
So if that's the case, do you see Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia fighting in the future?
Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia would be an amazing fight, Me and Ryan sparred way back when,
Gervonta Davis, for his part, remains unfazed, or so he claims. Known for his devastating power and flashy knockouts, Tank has been one of boxing's most dominant forces in recent years. However, his split from Mayweather Promotions left many wondering whether the absence of Mayweather's mentorship would affect his career. Tank has repeatedly insisted that he doesn't need Floyd to succeed, but his recent comments suggest that the lingering tension between the two is far from resolved. "Floyd has always wanted to see me go down," Tank said, referencing past incidents where he felt Mayweather undermined him.
Rolly, Ryan Garcia said that he would give a shot to Rayo Valenzuela. What do you think about that fight if it happens?
Give a
Rayo. That's what he said.
Because with Ryan, it could be he's talking about a shot at tequila.
It all started with Frank Martin. He was telling Frank things to give him the upper hand. The reference to Martin, another rising star in the lightweight division, highlights Tank's belief that Mayweather has been working behind the scenes to orchestrate his downfall. But Davis made it clear that he isn't losing sleep over Mayweather's alleged scheming. For Floyd Mayweather, stepping into Lamont Roach's camp might be more than just an act of mentorship. It could be a calculated move to further antagonize Tank. Mayweather has always thrived on controversy, and his ability to manipulate narratives outside the ring has been as much a part of his legacy as his undefeated record. By aligning himself with Roach, Mayweather is not only lending his boxing expertise, but also inserting himself into a storyline that keeps his name in the headlines. Boxing insiders have pointed out that Mayweather's tactics could serve a dual purpose. On one hand, his experience and strategic acumen could be invaluable to Roach as he prepares to face a fighter of Tank's caliber. On the other hand, Mayweather's involvement might be a psychological ploy to rattle Davis, who has often spoken about the emotional weight of their strained relationship. Roach, for his part, has remained tight-lipped about Mayweather's involvement, focusing instead on the importance of giving back to the community. "Without somebody guiding me, I wouldn't be here," Roach said during a recent interview. "I want to make sure that somebody younger than me or can be influenced by me gets the same guidance." While all this is happening, Tank is not slowing down on his side. Tank is turning heads with his latest training footage as he gears up to face Lamont Roach on March 1st at Barclays Center in New York. The video clips show a focused and electrifying Tank moving with a speed and precision that seems almost surreal. Many fans are even joking that the videos look sped up, but those familiar with Tank's abilities know that what they're witnessing is pure, unfiltered skill. Davis isn't just training hard, he's training with an intensity that leaves no doubt he's aiming to make a statement in this fight.
The fighter that's gonna fucking get me what I want, that's gonna make me into a bigger star, is me versus Ryan. But I think that's premature. Me and Ryan will fight at welterweight.
You and Ryan Garcia.
Davis's pad work is particularly stunning. The coordination between him and his trainer is seamless, a ballet of punches that comes across as both artful and lethal. Each jab, hook, and uppercut is delivered with pinpoint accuracy, like he's painting a masterpiece on an invisible canvas. But what stands out most is his speed. It's as if his fists are in constant motion, never pausing, always creating openings, and making it clear why he's one of the most feared punchers in the sport. Fans have started comparing this level of intensity to a young Floyd Mayweather, who used to dazzle with similar precision and flair in his prime. The parallels between Davis and Mayweather don't end there. Tank has long been associated with Mayweather's camp, learning from the undefeated legend during the early stages of his career. But in recent times, their relationship has soured, with Davis openly accusing Mayweather of undermining him. Despite this tension, Tank's latest training videos show shades of the defensive brilliance and offensive sharpness that were trademarks of Mayweather's style. It's as if Tank is taking those lessons from the past and refining them to create his own legacy.
Yo no me cierro, como lo he dicho, yo aquí estoy para pelearle ahora en 140 y demostrarle que estamos igual de fuertes o más fuertes que en 135 y también callarle la boca.
I'm not about to dodge Ryan Garcia. I'm ready to fight him on 140 if he wants to. I'm ready.
Lamont Roach, his opponent, has his work cut out for him. Roach is no slouch. He's talented, disciplined, and determined to prove himself on the big stage. But facing someone like Tank is a different kind of challenge. Tank's record speaks for itself. 28 knockouts in 30 fights. That kind of power isn't just about physical strength. It's about timing, strategy, and an uncanny ability to find an opponent's weakness. Roach will need to bring something extraordinary to the table if he hopes to keep up with Tank's speed and power. This fight isn't just about the WBA lightweight title, it's about dominance. Davis isn't taking this lightly. His training camp has been described as the most intense of his career. Insiders report that he's pushing himself to new limits, experimenting with innovative drills, and focusing on sharpening every aspect of his game.
What's up, fight fans? We know that Turki Al-Sheikh has released this breaking news a few days ago about Ryan Garcia fighting Raleigh, not Pitbull Cruz. I want to clarify, Pitbull Cruz didn't take that fight because for an upcoming fight.
The video clips, though brief, are a testament to this. Whether it's shadowboxing, heavy bag work, or sparring, Tank looks like a man possessed. His focus is unwavering, his movements deliberate, and his confidence palpable. Beyond the physical preparations, there's an emotional edge to this fight. Davis has made it clear that he feels disrespected by certain figures in the boxing world, including Mayweather. In one recent outburst, Tank accused Floyd of secretly supporting his opponents, saying, "Floyd has always wanted to see me go down. It all started with Frank Martin. He was telling Frank things to give him the upper hand, but that doesn't worry me. Nothing will stop me from putting him down."
From your side, like, what happened with all that?
Let me ask you a question. And how often does Oscar lie about shit? Because I know he lies a lot. All I know for a fact is...
These words add fuel to the fire, making this matchup not just a battle in the ring, but a fight for respect and validation. Mayweather's alleged involvement with Roach's camp has only intensified the drama. While Floyd has not officially confirmed his role, whispers of his presence during Roach's training sessions have spread like wildfire. The idea of Mayweather potentially coaching a fighter to defeat Davis is a narrative that fans and pundits alike can't ignore. For Davis, this isn't just about winning. It's about proving that he doesn't need Mayweather's approval or support to succeed. The tension between the two has created an atmosphere of intrigue that makes this fight even more compelling.
There you go, ducking. I see you, Lupe. I see you, Lupe. Yeah, I know I see him trying to duck around there.
While all eyes are on Davis and his preparations, Roach has been quietly working on his own game plan. Training at Howard University, surrounded by his family and friends, Roach is channeling the energy of his hometown into his camp. His father, a proud and vocal supporter, has been by his side every step of the way, emphasizing the importance of discipline, hard work, and community. For Roach, this fight isn't just about personal glory. It's about representing DC and proving that he belongs on boxing's biggest stage. Despite the underdog status, Roach has his own strengths. He's known for his technical ability, his defensive skills, and his ability to adapt in the ring. But against someone like Davis, he'll need more than just strategy. He'll need to find a way to neutralize Tank's explosive power and relentless pressure. It's a daunting task, but one that Roach seems prepared to tackle. His calm demeanor and focused training sessions suggest that he's not intimidated by the challenge ahead.
Ryan, obviously the boxing world, they just want the Haney rematch so it could be settled once and for all. What is your message? Obviously, you guys are going through the lawsuit right now, but if you and Devin can run it back again, under what terms would it be?
Run it back the same way, just a little higher weight class.
Meanwhile, Davis's camp continues to release training footage that leaves fans in awe. The combination of speed, power, and precision on display is a reminder of why he's considered one of the pound-for-pound best in the sport. Each clip is a statement, a message to Roach and the rest of the boxing world that Tank is ready for whatever comes his way. His dedication to his craft is evident in every punch, every movement, every drop of sweat. This is a fighter who knows what's at stake and is willing to do whatever it takes to secure victory. As the fight date approaches, the anticipation is building. Fans are eager to see how Roach's disciplined approach will match up against Davis's raw power and speed. The contrast in styles, combined with the personal drama and high stakes, makes this one of the most talked about matchups of the year. For Davis, it's an opportunity to silence his critics and solidify his legacy. For Roach, it's a chance to shock the world and achieve his dream of becoming a two-division champion.
We spoke to Devin Haney as well on Fight Hub yesterday, and he mentioned how he's going to be back in March. Are you excited to see him back as someone in and around your division to be back fighting healthy again?
I think excited is like a strong word, but I'm interested. I want to see how he handles.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis is a name that is constantly being thrown into conversations about the best fighters in the world, particularly when it comes to those near the top of the pound-for-pound rankings. The WBA lightweight champion has proven time and time again that he's one of the most devastating punchers in the sport, with a knockout ratio that speaks volumes about his ability to finish fights in dramatic fashion. His victories over names like Ryan Garcia and Leo Santa Cruz have solidified his reputation as one of the most exciting talents in boxing. But as Tank approaches the end of his career, with retirement looming at the end of 2025, fans are beginning to wonder what matchups will materialize before he calls it a day.
So you think he need a tune-up?
Definitely need a tune-up or two.
I think he should do a fight before.
I know that's messing with his mental. That whooping you just took, whether he was off the PEDs or not, which he was, but still, like, the world saw you take that beat, and I feel like you need to get back in the ring. Stop giving that Ryan Garcia situation so much of your time. Let your lawyers and your management team deal with that. Getting back in the ring.
One name that has cropped up more than once when it comes to potential future fights for Tank is Naoya Inoue, the Japanese powerhouse who has made his mark by conquering multiple weight divisions, including becoming undisputed champion at bantamweight and super bantamweight, has caught the eye of boxing fans all over the world. His lightning-fast hands, ferocious power, and technical mastery inside the ring have made him one of the most feared boxers in the sport today. Inoue's recent knockout win against Yejun Kim further solidified his dominance in the lower weight classes, making it clear that he's a force to be reckoned with. But despite the growing interest from fans for a Tank versus Inoue showdown, Davis himself doesn't seem too enthusiastic about the idea.
One of the fights that he definitely wants to see and his priority this year is obviously the rematch with Ryan Garcia. How does it feel for you to be able to hear that that's a priority for him?
It feels great.
Davis has always been known for his straightforward approach and no-nonsense attitude. So, when the idea of facing Inoue was floated again on social media, his response was blunt. What the F-a? He didn't hold back, and this quick, visceral reaction reflected his frustration at constantly being mentioned as a potential opponent for nearly every elite fighter out there. It seems as though Tank doesn't understand why his name is so frequently linked to matchups with fighters from different weight classes, especially when the difference in size between him and a fighter like Inoue is so significant. As Davis put it, "I'm the only fighter you all want to see in the ring with everybody. Doesn't matter the weight."
And we know damn well he don't really want the rematch because he just claimed, I don't want no rematch. So there won't be no rematch. I beat the shit out of him. It was the easiest fucking fight I've ever had in my life. So I'm not gonna fight him again. I felt like I was fighting an amateur. I made it look like he shouldn't even be in the ring with me. But if he wanted to do it again, I'm gonna end him even worse because he's never.
Tank's response highlights an interesting dilemma for him as a fighter. He's one of the most sought-after names in boxing, and while that's a great thing from a career perspective, it also comes with its fair share of frustrations. Fans, pundits, and even other fighters seem to have endless suggestions for who Tank should face next. And while that's a testament to his skill and popularity, it also brings unwanted pressure and expectations. Davis knows that he has a limited window of time to make the big fights happen before he calls it quits. His decision to retire at the end of 2025 means that every year counts. The idea of facing a fighter like Inoue, despite his prowess, is likely not on Tank's mind right now. Given the weight difference between them and the fact that Davis has specific plans for the fights he wants to pursue before his retirement.
Ryan Garcia, you read somewhere you fought him amateur like 5 times?
6 times. With 3 and 3 as amateurs, but first fight, I think he was like 9 years old or something like that. So we've been fighting since he was kids. Yeah, no, we with the pros, he's doing good, I'm doing good, and eventually we meet him.
For Davis, the focus remains on dominating the lightweight division and securing his place among the greats of the sport. He's already taken out some big names, and he's aiming to add more to that list. There's a potential showdown with Shakur Stevenson on the horizon, which would pit 2 of the sport's brightest young stars against each other. This fight is one that fans have been clamoring for, and it could be one of the defining moments of Tank's career. Additionally, the possibility of facing Vasily Lomachenko, the skilled and experienced former lightweight champion, is also a fight that has been on the radar for some time. Lomachenko has been in the conversation for years as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters, and many believe that Tank's skill set could be tested to its limits if they were to meet in the ring.
Like I said, I'll be ready for whatever happens. It's looking like I'm gonna fight Teofimo Lopez, so that's good. I've seen him today. It's a little strange.
But when you talk about Tank's dream matchups, there's no denying that he's had his eyes on certain fighters more than others. Despite his frustration with being linked to potential bouts with everyone under the sun, Tank has never shied away from taking on the best in the business. His knockout victory over Ryan Garcia, for example, was a massive statement win for him. That fight drew huge attention, both in the boxing world and outside of it, as it was not only a battle of skill, but also a clash of personalities. Tank made a strong statement by stopping Garcia in devastating fashion. And now he's looking to do the same with other top names in the division.
The way Ryan Garcia handled Devin Haney, to me personally, doesn't call for a rematch. Once Ryan gets back in action, once Ryan gets back in rhythm, and maybe has a tune-up fight, possibly in late April or maybe early May.
As for Inoue, Tank's thoughts on a potential matchup with the Japanese star seem clear. While Davis is more than happy to be recognized as one of the best, he's more focused on fighters in his own weight class. The weight difference between him and Inoue is significant, and it makes a potential fight between the two feel unrealistic, at least for the time being. Inoue, after all, is known for being a wrecking ball in the smaller divisions, while Tank is an established force at lightweight. It's easy to see why Tank would brush off the idea, as it's a fight that doesn't make much sense in terms of logistics and competitive balance.
What did Canelo tell you when you got here?
He just told me that it's easy work, that I'm gonna beat Devin again, so that's what he said.
The fact that Davis doesn't seem interested in moving up or down in weight to chase Inoue shows that Tank is grounded in his ambition for the future. He knows his worth and understands that there are plenty of exciting matchups at lightweight that would solidify his legacy. For now, Davis seems content to leave the discussions about fighters outside of his weight class behind and focus on the task at hand. But even as Davis expresses his disinterest in facing Inoue, he's also aware that fans have high expectations for him. So as we await March 1st, let's see how Tank performs against Roach and whether he can continue his dominance in the lightweight division. With his retirement coming soon, the clock is ticking and the world will be watching. How do you see this going? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more updates.